greatest of all teachers and giver of love, hope, faith, and wisdom, look upon your children, the teachers, learners, parents, guardians, and out-of-school youth and adults. We humbly ask for your mercy and forgiveness. Guide us to the right path. May our efforts be blessed with insights and understanding, wisdom and respect for all. Bless us with patience, for the path of learning is never easy. Bless our commitment to keep on learning new knowledge and experiences. Let your light shine upon us as we make our world a better place to live in. Amen.
Cognizant to the needs of our learners, parents, and teachers, the Department of Education provided us with powerful tools for productivity that will allow us to foster critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills, communication and collaboration skills to be compassionate, responsible global citizens. Join us and discover new ideas in our series of professional development training program with the ICTS Edtech Unit and Microsoft Education Philippines. Together, we will equip our learners and empower our fellow educators for a dynamic future. Para sa bata, para sa bayan, at para sa guro. Sulong Edukalidad.
Magandang araw, Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETUlay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETUlay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng ICTS Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del P. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETUlay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Good morning! Ayan, so good morning sa ating mga learners. It's a Tuesday, so it's Choose MAPEH Tuesday. So I hope you choose to be healthy and you choose to be happy with us sa inyong mga ETUlay online tutors. My name is Tutor Tony and together with me is Tutor Dada. Nasaan na si Tutor Dada? Hello, sir? Ayan, so habang hinihintay natin ang aking kapartner for today. So for today, we will be discussing two topics, very important, related pa rin sa ating first aid and basic life-saving procedures, ang wound dressing at saka different bandaging techniques. Ayan. So while waiting for sir, papasok ba natin si sir? Ayan. Tutor Dada, good morning! Ayan na si sir, ayan. Say hi po sa ating mga viewers. Ayan.
Hello po, good morning po sa lahat. Good morning to Tutor Tony.
Umaga, di ba? Sabi ni sir.
Yes, apa. Isang
ano
masinang
bang
umaga
in-expect
po.
natin na topic from you, sir? Anong di-discuss natin for this morning?
Okay, sa arts po, Tutor Tony, actually magre-reflect po kami ngayon, magre-reflect. Magre-reflect ng mga artists at saka magre-review kami. Opo, magre-review kami ng mga painters and sculptors natin. So, abangan natin
yan. Oo, kasi mahilig din ako sa arts nung actually hanggang ngayon, very
Apo.
incline ako sa art. So abangan namin yan, Sir Dada. So I think start na kami for our session.
Yes po.
Ayan. So mamaya samahan natin si Teacher Dada
Yes,
sa
sir.
kanyang art
Apo.
tutorial sessions. Ayan. So for this at this point, let's have Q3 Week 2. Start tayo sa wound dressing na topics natin. So once again, we are using the module from Region 7. For this particular session, we'll be using Q3 Module 3A, Unintentional Injury Prevention, Safety, and First Aid. So are you ready? So yan ang lagi kong tanong sa aking mga session. So if you have your pen and paper, ayan, kung medyo techy kayo, you can do screenshots of our slides. Or kung meron kayong kopya ng inyong mga self-learning modules, pwede rin yan. Of course, presence ng mind at saka presence ng heart. Siyempre, relate natin ang mga lessons sa ating pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay. And very important, kasi kanina, parang bumabaha na ng mga comments, good morning po sa ating mga viewers from Metro Manila, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Nakakatuwa po yung mga viewers natin. So please stay tuned. Samahan niyo po kami hanggang 10 o'clock. So make sure to comment your answers lang mamaya sa ating mga activities. Shout out nyo rin ng name ng schools ninyo and make sure to state the location para at least ma-acknowledge natin sa mga greetings. Alright? And at the end of the session, you have to explain, or we should be able to explain the principles of wound dressing. So para to sa mga sugatan ang puso. De joke lang. Sugat. We're talking about sugat or wound here. Alright? So mamaya malaman natin ng mga different principles sa pag-apply of wound dressing. So before we proceed with that, so mamaikling information lang, no. So July, every month of July, no, we in the Philippines, we're actually observing the National Disaster Consciousness Month. So ang tanong kasi dyan, are we ready if a disaster or emergency happen? Diba? Ayun. So are we ready if a disaster or an emergency happen? Kasi ang Pilipinas, nasa Pacific Ring of Fire tayo, tsaka malapit tayo sa Pacific Ocean, kung saan nabubuo ang mga bagyo, and we also experiencing earthquakes, diba? So are we prepared? So according to the Philippine Red Cross, it is advisable for every family to have their own go bag. So I'm sure narinig nyo na itong go bag na to. So ano ba yung go bag? This will serve as an emergency and survival kit that could last at least 72 hours. So sabi ng Philippine Red Cross, hindi naman totally kailangan bag siya kasi minsan yung bag na yun, hindi naman niya kayang i-accommodate yung mga dapat na nandoon sa bag as our survival kit, diba? Or emergency kit. So pwede siyang box, pwede siyang any container na waterproof. Ayan, so ano nga ba yung nasa laman dapat ng ating go bags? So pa-flash ko na, no? So very important, mga important or basic needs natin like food and yung mga ginagamit natin for food preparation, mga mini stove, matches, canned goods, or yung mga easy to open na goods natin. Of course, drinking water. We also have to include tools and personal protective items. Charger ng phones natin, toolkit, yung multi-purpose toolkit, utility rope, spare cell phones if you have, maps, and other things. Very important then, blankets, mats, and spare clothes, diba? And we also have light and communication. Siyempre, yung mga flashlight natin, mga emergency lamps, ayan, contact number, emergency plan na pinag-usapan ng family ninyo. And then finally, dito iikot yung discussion natin, hygiene and first aid. So nandiyan dapat yung toiletries natin, sanitary napkins for the females, diapers for the babies, face masks, and other forms of medicine kung meron mong nagagamot sa pamilya ninyo. So those are the contents of our go bag. And according din sa Philippine Red Cross, no, all workplaces or leisure centers as well as homes at saka pati sa sa kotse, yung mga may-ari diyan ng kotse, dapat daw meron tayong first aid, no? Very portable na first aid. Pwede yang bilhin sa Shopee or Lazada or sa Philippine Red Cross, or pwedeng you yourself pwede kayong gumawa ng sarili ninyong first aid. Just make sure lang daw na ito ay nasa malinis na lagyan, and as I have mentioned earlier, dapat nasa waterproof siya na container. Yan. So ano nga ba, sir, ang dapat na content ng ating first aid kit? Ito yung mga basic na dapat, no? So first, sterile dressings. Ayan. So nasingit ko yan kasi yan ang topic talaga natin. So kailangan meron tayong wound dressings and adhesive dressings. We should also have different forms of bandages, pang benda, yan kasi magka-partner yan yung dressing siya bandages. We also have protective items like face mask, mga ganon. Additional items like yung mga basic natin, agua oxinada or hydrogen peroxide, panlinis ng wound, iodine solution, cottons, ayan. And other life-saving items like flashlight, whistle, utility robes, and many others. Ayan ha, so contents, sterile dressings, bandages, protective items, additional items natin, at saka life-saving items. Ayan, so naliwanagan na tayo sa first aid kit. So I hope mapag-usapan niyo yan with your family. Ayan, talk with your family members so that you can plan and have your go bags and your first aid kits na accessible sa ating mga bahay para at least we are prepared and we are ready when a disaster or a major disaster happens. Nagdurugo, sugat. What is a wound? So technically, a wound is a type of injury in which there is a break in the continuity of a tissue in the body. Alright? So meron nasugatan ka sa madaling salita. So meron tayong dalawang klase. Meron tayong open wound, yung nakikita niyo sa first picture ko, at saka closed wound. So open wound, basically, na-break yung skin, may mga blood vessels na tamaan kaya dumudugo. Yung closed wound naman is there is no break or damage in the skin. So yung pagdurugo ay naganap sa loob. So mga internal hemorrhage ito, or the doctors use the term hematoma or contusions. So again, the two types of wound are the open wounds and the closed wounds. Ayan. So good morning muli sa ating mga viewers. While waiting lang for my device. Okay, so habang ini-scan ko ang inyong mga comments, ayan, good morning po. Ang daming viewers natin from Nueva Vizcaya, from Kidapawan City, Mabalacat City, Pampanga, Batangas. Good morning po sa inyo. Watching from Quirino National High School. Ayan, ang dami natin. Good morning, good morning, good morning sa inyong lahat. So I hope makatulong tong session natin for your disaster preparedness and safety procedures. San Jose National High School, good morning. Cotabato City, Negros Oriental, and many others. Ayan po. Good morning. Maraming salamat sa pagtutok. So we have types of open wounds. Kanina, di ba, open siya ka-close. So meron tayong dalawang klase ng open wounds. So limang klase ng open wounds. First is puncture. So pag sinabi nating puncture, ito yung mga kinukos na mga pointed objects like needles, yan, mga pako, ganyan, iron nails. We also have abrasion. Diba minsan, mga bata, usually pag naglalaro sa labas, nagagasgasan, mga abrasions ang tawag doon. We also have incisions, kapag tayo ay nahiwa, ganyan. And the last two is yung medyo malala. We have laceration, cause ng mga accident talaga sa mas matatalim pa, mas malalim yung wound na kinos sa particular body part ng isang tao. And then yung pinaka-worst is yung avulsion. Okay? Minsan, cause na aksidente sa mga machines, minsan na barrel, ganyan. So again, we have the types of open wounds called the puncture, abrasion, incision, laceration, and avulsions. Okay? Ayan. So let's proceed with the different principles of wound dressing. So always bear in mind, ayan, so ako kasi, tulad ng sinabi ko last time, medyo ako takot ako sa dugo. Pero kapag dumating yung mga situations like this, we have to stay calm and remain focused. Number one principle yan. And ayan, so kasi kapag hindi ka kalmado, you cannot perform your duties or responsibility ng maayos. Tama? And sa wound dressing, ayan, may mga basic tayo na gamit. Ayan, mga sterile cloth. May mga adhesive na kasama. Dumidikit siya sa particular or part ng katawan natin. Ayan. So other principles. Remember to cover a wound with a dressing or a piece of sterile cloth. So pag sinabing sterile cloth, ito yung mga nabibili natin sa mga pharmacy, no? Pero sometimes kapag hinihingi ng pagkakataon, wala tayong naka-ready. So make sure lang na malinis yung telang gagamitin natin. And in case na sobrang nagbi-bleed, anong dapat gawin? So make sure to ask someone to call the local emergency hotline. Tawag na kaagad ng ambulance or ng tulong. So i-inform kung anong klaseng injury or anong klaseng bleeding, bakit siya nagkaroon ng ganun. And then habang hinihintay yung help or applyan nyo na ng wound dressing. Okay, para at least maiwasan natin yung ano ba yung term for that? Pagdaloy o pagdanak ng dugo. Okay? Or might as well, kung kaya naman, kaya ibiyahe. So, lagyan na ng first aid, no wound dressing, and then ibiyahe na sa pinakamalapit na hospitals. So ganun kasi, very critical yung mga periods na gano'n. So we have to act and think quickly. So basic rules natin, may mga dapat tandaan. Number 1, wash hands and wear gloves if possible kapag mag-wound dressing na kayo. O pag walang ready available, sobrang kailangan ng pagkakataon, mabilis na sanitizing gel or alcohol, that would do. The next one is, ayan, unwrap the dressing as close to the wound as possible. Be sure not to touch the wound. So wag hawakan bukod sa masakit or ayan. Kapag nahawakan kasi pwede siyang magkaroon ng yung nga tinatawag natin na cross infection. So as much as possible mas malapit yung pinaka dressing na ipambabalot natin dun sa wound. Number 3 is the skin is not, tandaan natin ang skin is not sterile or germ-free. So if the dressing slips over the victim's skin while you are trying to reposition it, discard and use a fresh one. So wag tayong magtipid hangga't maaari. Kapag nagkaroon ng mali sa pag-apply, palitan ka agad natin. And sa pag-apply, tandaan natin itong principle number 4, place the dressing directly on top of the wound. So papatong para talaga siya. On top, laging ganon, on top. Do not slide kasi painful yun and ayun, kahit nanginginig ka na or ano, try to relax, calm yourself on top dapat palagi. That's basic rule in wound dressing. And basic rules, number 5, use a dressing that is large enough. Ayan, so kailangan ma-cover na yung wound at least 1 inch beyond the edges of the wound. Tandaan po yan, no? So we have here some examples sa kamay at saka sa paa, yung mga usual na natatamaan natin ng sugat. Number 6, if a body tissue or organs are exposed, cover the wound with a dressing that will stick. So minsan may mga times na kailangan nating mag-provide ng adhesive dressings na natawag para at least in place lang siya or usually ginagamit ito sa mga maliliit lang naman na sugat. Just like the yung usual na yung Band-Aid na brand na ginagamit natin mga Filipinos. Number 7, ito very important din. If blood seeps through the dressing, ayan, so may nakatakas na dugo, palitan daw. Hindi nakatakas, parang may nag-seep or may tumagas yun, may tumagas na dugo. So do not remove it, instead place another dressing over the top. Okay? Pag tumagas pa rin ang dugo, palitan ulit. So another tapal or for the wound dressing. So if blood seeps through the second dressing, remove both dressings completely, and then apply a fresh dressing. Tapos kapag nagbi-bleed kasi, may tinatawag yung mga nurses natin at medical professionals, ipipress ang ating bleeding points. Didiinan ng bahagya. Alright? And number 8, if everything is already okay, secure the dressing with a bandage or adhesive tape. So para di secure na siya. And ayun nga, speaking of bandage, mamaya magka-partner kasi yan, no? Depende sa particular organ or part ng katawan na natamaan or in-applyan natin ng wound dressing. So adhesive will do or sometimes kailangan talaga siya i-bandage. Ayan, let's have this quick process question. So good morning everyone ulit. Wagwa, Pampanga, good morning. Sarangani Division, Bulacan. Good morning po sa inyo. San Juan National High School, Cainta. Good morning po. Cainta Rizal. Kanina, may mga na-miss tayo sa simulang, nag-good morning na po sila. Sarangani, Iloilo National High School. Good morning po sa inyo. From a madrasa teacher from Jose Rizal Memorial School, Calamba, Laguna, Monera, Sanday. Good morning po, ma'am. Ayan. So, can we use any cloth as a dressing or bandage? So nabanggit ko yan kanina, why and why not? So the basic principle, of course, is kailangan malinis. We can use any dressing. Ano bang pwede? Handkerchief na malaki, yung scarf, yung mga katsa natin dyan na available. Just make sure that it is malinis or sterile. Ayan. Next question would be, what materials at home? Ayan, na-mention ko na kanina, alternative katsa, the scarf, and many others. Basta make sure na ito ay malinis and it will it is large enough or long enough para ma-cover na yung wound. Okay? So let's proceed lang tayo sa second part ng ating session. So that ends our wound dressing, no? And those are the basic principles. So this time, let's have the different bandaging techniques. Ayan. So galing pa rin to sa Region 7 na modules po natin. ang objective natin for the second part of our session is to demonstrate appropriate bandaging techniques for unintentional injuries. So sa face-to-face classes talaga, ang ginagawa ng mga teachers dito, of course, is they let the students do the bandaging. Okay, but this time, since virtual lang ating pag-uusap, I'll be showing you some videos na lang or later on. Okay? So what are the different bandaging techniques na dapat malaman ng ating mga, ayan, so good morning. So I call kasi my audience or my viewers sa DepEd TV, mga health warriors. Ayan, so good morning sa ating lahat, mga health warriors. So ano nga ba ang bandage? A bandage is a strip of woven material that has a number of first aid use. So paano or saan ginagamit ang bandage? Una, to secure the dressings. Na ginawa natin kanina, iba nag-wound dressing na tayo. Next, you can also use bandage to control bleeding, to support and immobilize limbs, yung sa third picture natin, and to reduce swelling in an injured limb. May mga times kasi namamaga yung mga kunyari, sprains or any other injuries na na-experience na ating victim. Ayan, so I hope you're all doing great this Tuesday morning. Kasama niyo po si Tutor Tony for Health Education 9. Ayan, so let's discuss the different types of bandages. As you can see on the screen, the first type of bandage is what we call roller bandage. Tatlong types tayo. First is the roller bandage. So roller, ito yung roll natin or ina-apply natin commonly to secure dressings and support injured limbs. Ayan, may mga na-sprain, di ba? Mga natapilok, ganyan. Tapos sinesecure siya ng parang clip na maliit. Ayan, so that's what we call the roller bandage. The next one is the tubular bandage. So, tinawag siyang tubular kasi tube. So, pwede siyang insert sa mga limbs, sa fingers, sa toes, ganyan, or support injured joints. Ayan, as you can see in the picture, ayan ang usual na pinagagamitan natin ng tubular bandage. Once again, the first two types are the roller bandage and the tubular bandage. Tapos sa mga nakikita natin sa mga hospitals or sa mga clinics, ayan, they make use of triangular bandage. Ito, mas malaking part na to, so malaking tela na ito, triangular nga yung shape, kaya ang tawag sa kanya ay triangular bandage. Used as slings to secure dressings or to immobilize the limbs. When we say immobilize the limbs, di ba pag may mga injured part tayo or may mga fracture, dapat hindi sila nagagalaw. So yun ang role ng bandage para at least secure siya. Ayan, so let's watch later on. Ayan, so meron tayong types or phases of bandaging, ha? Tandaan. So kanina, types of bandages, the roller, the tubular, and the triangular. So yung phases naman ng bandaging, dalawang klase talaga. We have two. The open phase, ayan, yung mga examples natin ng open phase, ginagamit sa top and back of the head, chest, back, hand, and foot, and arm sling. The second one is the cravat. So it's a French word, no? French word na parang nakatay or nakatali. Used for wounds that need extra support like sa eyes natin, sa forehead, sa ear, sa cheek, sa jaw, shoulder, hip, arm, leg, elbow, knee, palm, and for a sprained ankle. So open face at saka cravat face. And so let's watch a video. So let's see. Play. Jump ko lang ng mas mabilis. Yan. So, arm sling saka elevation sling. Kung walang audio, ako nang bahala mag-voice over. Yan. Hold the forearm horizontally or slightly raised. Treats upper arm injuries. Ayan, sa wrist, sa elbow, at saka sa ribs. So, tingnan nyo lang ng mabuti kung paano siya gagawin na ating first aider. So, this video is from a YouTube channel ng St. John Ambulance. It's a British company. Yan, pass. Yeah, make sure to tie it securely but not too tight kasi delikado naman yun kasi hindi makakadaloy na maayos ang dugo. Ayan, hanggang sa tip ng pinky finger. Okay. Then secure, and then tie. So this time is have the kanina arm sling, ngayon naman elevation sling. So medyo naka-elevate ang ating isang arm ng victim. So triangular bandage. You can ask your victim to support the limb habang ginagawa. Yan. So tayo using a rift knot, parang kanina. Before you have to tie the knot, make sure na okay na yung position ng arm. Komportable si victim natin. Yan. Squeeze the fingernail to test the circulation. After 2 seconds, kailangan bumalik yung kulay niya. Okay. Okay. That's it. So next video natin would be about the bandage sa sprain sa paa. Jump lang natin. Ayan. And raise and support the injury. So in this part, we have the ankle. Mag-apply tayo ng ice pack. And then yung pang paddle natin dyan, pang secure. Okay. Okay. So sa secure using the bandage. So ito yung mga sprain talaga na sobrang na maga. But there are instances na kailangan lang, wala naman totally na ice pack. Okay. Above and below the injury. Yun sa mga joints natin. So hanggang yan? Below the knee. At least below the knee. Just make sure, of course, comfortable si victim, not too tight, di ba? And then secure it with different securing materials. Mamaya papakita ko. Ayan. So this time, toenail naman. For 5 seconds, ipe-press. Tapos after 2 seconds, kailangan babalik yung kulay niya. So it means, ayan. Pag hindi bumalik, okay. That's it. Ayan, so key rules and reminders in applying bandages. So pinakita ko yung video para at least makita ninyo yung demonstration natin. And let's try kung nagawa ba yung mga basic rules natin. First, of course, tama yung ginawa ng first aider natin. No? Make sure na relax yung pasyente. So help the casualty sit or lie down in a comfortable position depending sa organ or sa part ng katawan na nilalagyan or na-apply natin ng benda or bandage. So keep the cloth or bandage material clean, of course, very important. Support the injured part of the body while you are working on it. Or pwedeng you request your victim na suportahan yung particular organ kung kaya niya. And then pass the bandages through the body's natural hollows. Ito yung mga kanina kung saan ba natin susuksok. So hindi naman yan parang nagmamamify ka, di ba? So kailangan you're very aware din kung saan mo isusuksok and kung makakagalaw ba ng maayos at makakadaloy ng normal pa rin yung dugo ng ating victim or ng patient. Apply bandages firmly, ayan, but not so tight. Okay, very important, syempre, baka hindi naman nangitim na yung na binebenta mo, no? So kailangan saktong-sakto, yung swabing-swabing bandaging lang. Ayan, so when bandaging, na-mention na yan kanina, to secure or to know that your bandage is not too tight, press yung toenails or yung fingernails for 5 seconds. Then after 2 seconds, right after that, the pressing, kailangan bumalik siya sa tunay niyang kulay or normal na kulay. So kapag hindi, pwedeng, ang ibig sabihin nun ay sobrang masikip or masyadong tight yung pagkakabenda mo. So you have to reapply the bandage again. Bandage clip, pwede mong itatak, parang itatakin mo siya, hanap ka ng way para ma-insert mo siya, or we may use safety pins. Materials at home can be used as alternative for bandaging. We have discussed this earlier sa wound dressing, no? Pwedeng katsa, scarf, make sure na ito ay malinis. Sige nga, sa comment section. Good morning, Sir Aldrich. Thank you for watching and for your support. Ayan, we have viewers from Cotabato City, kanina from Valenzuela, may nagpapa-shout out. Alright, good morning po sa inyo. Good morning, good morning. What are the different types of bandages? Sige nga, can you identify the different types of bandages that we have right here? So, ang first type natin is San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. Good morning po. We have the tubular bandage. At the middle, we have the triangular bandage. And then, the last is what we call the roller bandage. So, we are reviewing na ha, process questions na tayo. Next, what are the different types or phases of bandaging techniques? Ayan. So, dalawa lang naman to, O at saka C. So, we have the open phase at saka yung the cravat phase. Alright? From Manila, we have, good morning from Ernesto Diaz, President Osmeña Senior High School, Manila. Ayan. Thank you, sir. Graduate po ako ng Manila nung high school. Ayan. So, that ends our session for wound dressing at saka bandaging techniques. So make sure lang po na if you have questions, you can message me po. I'm also the teacher board, DepEd TV, teacher board broadcaster for Health 9. So abangan po ninyo yung mga bagong episodes natin sa IBC 13 at saka sa iba pang free TV channels natin. And you may also watch the uploaded videos sa YouTube. Ayan, so next na po for our Arts 9 section, gagawing masining ating umaga, si Tutor Dada. So once again, this is Sir Tony, wishing you all, reminder lang to make your safety and your health a priority. Bye! Tutor Dada, take it away.
Thank you very much, Tutor Tony, para sa isang ligtas na usapin tungkol sa Health 9. Muli, masining na umaga po sa inyong lahat. Ako po ang inyong tutor, Dada, para sa ating Arts 9. Ngayong week na ito ay pagsasamahin natin yung week 3 and 4 at magre-recall din tayo ng mga napag-aralan ninyo during your week 1 and 2. Ayan. So, for week 3 and 4, magre-reflect tayo doon sa mga artworks ng neoclassical and romantic era. So, syempre, gusto kong i-recognize yung pinagmula ng ating content ngayong araw na ito mula sa Arts 9 Quarter 3 Module 2 ng entitled Elements and Principles of Arts in Neoclassical and Romantic Periods na isinulat ni Ma'am Vanessa Jane H. Raagas at ang editor ay si Ma'am Nanette K. D. Mercado, isang PhD. So, para sa week 3 and 4 na ito na ating pag-uusapan, at the end of the session, you will be able to reflect and derive the mood, idea, or message from selected artwork. Explain the use or function of artworks by evaluating their utilization and combination of art elements and principles. And lastly, uses artworks to derive the traditions, history, of neoclassical and romantic period. So bago tayo mag-proceed doon sa ating lesson, magkaroon na tayo ng isang Kahoot na game. So familiar ba kayo sa Kahoot? So kung meron kayong extra na device, you can log in to www.kahoot.it. Kung meron naman kayo na app, open nyo lang po or pindutin nyo lang po sa inyong cellphone yung Kahoot na app ninyo at enter natin yung game pin natin na 3365000. Ayan. So again, punta lang po tayo sa www.kahoot.it or click po natin yung Kahoot na app natin. Then join po tayo, enter natin yung game pin na 3365000. Bigyan ko po kayo ng 2 minuto para dito. So, habang tayo ay kakaroon ng pag-aantay sa mga players natin. Ayan, so shout out po tayo. Kanina nakita ko yung aking co-teacher from the MAPEH department. Ayan, si Sir Ernesto Diaz. Good morning, sir. Ang aming faculty president din yan. Salamat po sa inyong panonood at share nitong ating live ETUlay session for health and arts. Andyan din po from Batangas, Ma'am Just Reg, Ma'am Regine Deraya. Hello. Ayan. Good morning po. From Tanza National Trade School, Walnut, grade 9. Si Jillian Dorado, good morning. Masining na umaga sa iyo. At andyan din si Bert Delanya from North Hills Village High School, North Sagay, Bulacan. Good morning din po kay Ms. Zenaida Sabater mula sa Valeriano E. Fugoso Memorial High School kung saan po graduate elementary at ng high school din. Ayan. Salamat po. Karangalan po natin yan. Okay, so from La Union, Bella Ong, good morning. Ayan. Good morning din po sa aming principal, si Ma'am Mayet R. de la Cruz at ang aking head teacher 3 from our department, Ma'am Russell T. Radaza. Maganda at masining na umaga po. So may isa pa lang tayo na player, si Kulets. Ayan, Kulets talaga yung pangalan niya. Hello po. Ayan, sana po makapag-join po kayo dito sa ating Kahoot na game na app. Sige po, may ilang minuto pa tayo para makapag-join po kayo. We have Merton Tapay, hello, at masining na umaga sa iyo mula sa SDO Nueva Vizcaya. Ayan. Kanina, sabi ni Ma'am Adeline Del Pilar, usually po kapag camping ng mga scouts po, tinuturo at pinapagawa. Yes po, yung kanina sa health, Sir Tony, very useful po yan at in-execute po yan during camping sa scouting. Yan. So may idea na yung mga Boy Scouts at Girl Scouts natin tungkol din dyan. So pwede natin silang mahingan din ng tulong para sa execution at maituro sa mga kaklase nila. Hello po from San Carlos City, Negros Occidental, Division of San Carlos City, Miss Nanette Javier, watching. Hello po, masining na umaga. Ayan, isa pa lang yung ating player. Ayan, hello po from Ma'am Regine Deraya, SDO Manila Aguinaldo High School. Ayan, so join po kayo. Join po kayo. Isa pa lang nagjo-join sa atin. Okay, mag-join po kayo. Ayan, sayang po yung ating quiz ngayong araw na ito. Ayan. So join po tayo. Hello po, good morning. Mula sa Pulong Santol, National High School, Porac, Pampanga. Thank you po sa panonood, Ma'am Joyce Galura. Miss Joyce Galura. Ayan, tatlo na sila. Yes, we have Alden, Iya, and Kulets. Yes. Shout out po sa aking mga co-tutor sa grade 9. Ayan, we have Sir Tony for the health kanina. We have Ma'am Nolet for music at Sir Aldrich para sa ating PE. So abangan po ninyo yan every Tuesday. Hello po, tutor dala. Hello po, Miss Rufa Rodriguez from Pinyahan SDO QC. Hello din po kay Hannah Inhente from SDO Marikina and Edison Tagilaso from SDO Valenzuela. Yan. Okay, so tatlo na yung players natin. Yes! Okay, so may dadagdag pa ba? Magbibigay pa po ako ng 1 minuto para mag-join po kayo sa ating Kahoot. Ang gagawin nyo lang po ay tingnan sa ating screen. Doon po makikita at mababasa ang ating mga question at mga choices. Makikita nyo lang po sa inyong Kahoot na app or doon sa inyong screen ang mga choices pero wala po yung mga ang mga salita doon. So, nandun na po ay kulay at mga shapes. So, pipiliin nyo po yung corresponding color and shapes para doon sa inyong correct answer. Okay po? So, since may tatlo na po tayo, ayan, maraming salamat. Allen, Iya, and Colette, handang-handa na ba kayo? Magre-review tayo ng ilang mga natutunan natin mula doon sa lesson natin ng week 1 and 2. Ipinakilala yung mga representative artists mula sa neoclassical and romantic period. So let us start. Ayan. So this artist during the neoclassical neoclassical period and romantic period. So, number 1, who painted the liberty leading the people? For red, is it Anton Louis Barye? For blue, is it Charles Gaimer? For yellow, is it Eugene Delacroix? Or for green, Francisco Goya? Pindot na po para sa ating mga sagot. Ayan. So, tingnan natin. Yes, very good. Lahat nakakuha ng correct answer. Ayan. Number 1 natin ay si Colette, followed by Iya, then Alden, and Casey. Ayan. Okay, so we have Bertolt Thorvaldsen is known for his sculpture of mythological and religious characters. Which of this is his work? Ayan. Is it red, blue, yellow, or green? Yung red, we have Christ, Washington for blue, John the Ark on yellow, and Hercules sitting on a bull on green. Ayan, so, ayan, may correct answer na tayo. Kanina pala, okay, Eugene Delacroix yung sagot at nagkamali ang ating mga players, pero bumawi. Ayan, si Colette with 911 points. Let's go to the next. Number 3. Which of the following was painted by John August Dominic Ingres? Ayan. So, ito ba yung picture na red, Death of Marat? Is it blue? The, what do you call this? Napoleon, ayan. Nakalimutan ko na yung title. Okay? So, Apotheosis of Homer on yellow, and ayan, napakita na po yung tamang sagot at meron tayong tamang sagot si Alden at saka Colette. Ayan, so second si Alden. Let us have number 4. Who is the sculptor of the departure of volunteers? Is it Anton Louis Barye for red, blue Francois Rude, for yellow Henry Labouste, and for green, John Baptiste Camille Corot. Let us have your answer, blue. Okay, si Francois Rude ang tamang sagot. Ayan. Okay, so umakyat po si Iya, then third po si Alden, pero remain on the top. Colette tayo for 911 points. For number 5, he's an Italian sculptor of Psyche and Cupid, Psyche awakened by Cupid's kiss. Is it red, Anton Louis Barye, blue, Antonio Canova, yellow, Bertolt Thorvaldsen, or green, Francois Rude? Dalawa na po ang nakapagsagot. Ayan. Okay, the correct answer is Antonio Canova. Ayan. So, wala tayong nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Sige, re-reviewin natin yan at aaralin muli natin yan. Okay, so, number 6. Which of these does not belong to the painting of John Louis Tudor Jericho? So, we have Charging Chasseur or Insane Woman, ang bilis, 3rd of May, or The Wrath of Medusa. The correct answer is the 3rd of May. Yan po ay hindi po gawa ni Tudor Jericho. Yan. So, okay, still remain on the top is Colette, followed by Alden, Iya, and Casey. Next, for number 7, Tudor Jericho is to Wrath of Medusa. Blank is to Saturn devouring his son. Sino kaya ang gumawa ng Saturn devouring his son? Is it red, Antonio Canova, blue, Eugene Delacroix, yellow, Francisco Goya, or green, Theodore Rousseau? Ayan, so we have already the answer. Yellow, it's Francisco Goya. Tingnan natin ang ating scores. Still remain on the top is Colette, followed by Alden, then Iya, and Casey. Number 8, if Anton Louis Barry is a sculptor, Tudor Jericho is to what art form? Is it architecture, mixed media, painting, or sculpture? Meron tayong tatlong sagot. Okay, we have painting, which is the correct answer. Yes, we have a score for Casey with 842. Pero andun pa rin sa top si Colette. Si Alden followed on that next spot. And third, si Iya. Okay. So number 9, he was a romantic period sculptor who studied the anatomy of an animal. Is it Anton Louis Barye, Bertel Thorvaldsen, Francois Rude, or John August Dominique Ingres? So the correct answer is Anton Louis Barye. Okay, so Colette's got 3,650 points. Okay, followed by Alden, Iya, and Casey. And last, number, he is the preeminent painter of the neoclassical era. The subject of his painting is history, like the Oath of Horati. Is he Antonio Canova? Ay, ang bilis ha. Bertolt Thorvaldsen or Jackie Louis David and John August Dominique? The correct answer is Jackie Louis David. Ayan. So tingnan natin ang nasa podium natin. Congratulations! On the third is Iya, followed by Alden. And on the first, ang cute ng pangalan, Colette with 3,650 points. Ayan. So congratulations to our winners. Ayan. So let us have this activity for our discussion today. I want you to tell your thoughts and ideas. Please comment that on our chat box. Ayan. Hello po, Ma'am Centine, Joy Carillo Makaspak, good morning. Nathaniel Dionio Milan, good morning. Ayan. Okay, and Jerome Mate, watching from the Tigwi National High School, Marinduque, kababayan. Magandang araw sa iyo. So tell us what you see. Can you describe the line? Mostly ba na nakikita natin sa line ay static or dynamic? Ayan, so usually, makikita natin dyan yung static na lines. The shape is more of the geometric. Ayan. On the balance, we have symmetric. Okay? So, this painting, we can see what is happening. Ayan. It's more of a violence doon sa pinapakita sa 3rd of May. Mood in art appreciation is very important. It is the state of mind and feelings that a work of art generates. So the mood of the painting could be disturbing, tranquil, dark, or energetic. Ayan. So why was this artwork created? Ito yung lagi nating tanong kapag nakita tayo ng mga works of arts. Diba? Ang tanong natin, bakit siya ginawa? What is the role and what is the function of this artwork? So yun ang tinitingnan natin for the art appreciation. Meron kasi tayong dalawang classification ng artworks. It could be motivated or non-motivated. Okay, so we have motivated function of art, wherein the function of art is externally seen. It is intentionally for the use of the conscious action. Meaning, makita natin yung mismong purpose niya pag tiningnan na natin yung isang artwork, katulad ng architecture. Ang purpose niyan ay para sa mga offices, 'di ba? Ang furniture ay pwede nating upuan, pwede nating paglagyan ng mga gamit, weaving, etc. Okay, there's a purpose. Pag non-motivated naman or non-functional arts, internal naman. Okay? It could be the feelings that is being expressed by the person. Ayan. It has something to do with the balance harmony as an aspect of being a human beyond utility. Ipinapakita yan parang katulad sa painting. It could be ano yung nararamdaman ng isang painter, or sa sculpture, ano yung nararamdaman ng isang sculptor na tinatranscend niya sa kanyang gawa. Ayan. Meron tayong iba-ibang common functions ng artworks. We have physical. Sa physical, usually, ito yung mga example nito ay architecture. Externally, nakikita natin yung kanyang pinaka-purpose. Katulad din sa furniture, katulad din sa weaving. That's physical function. Social function naman, it has something to do with the society. Concern natin sa family, community, or civilization. Ayan. So, it could be the message of the painting is for the society. Next, it could be personal. Gusto ng painter or ng artist na i-express ang kanyang sarili, ang kanyang feelings, ang kanyang alaala, ang kanyang karanasan. That is the first personal function. Yan. Spiritual function, it has something to do with the expression naman sa belief natin. Okay? Whatever religion it is being transcended on the artworks ng painting, sculpture natin, and other forms of arts, okay, for the purpose of spirituality or expressing one's spiritual belief. Ayan. Next naman natin is educational function. Ang educational function naman, it has somehow reinforced the education value through symbols and signs. Okay? While it's more on cognitive. Ayan, education value. Political function naman, it is one way to express then the ideology on connection on the political views, issues, and opinions. Ayan. Meron tayong mga artworks na nag-express ng political views and opinions nila. It could be a painting, or it could be an effigy. Okay, ang effigy yun usually na ginagala kapag may rally tapos sinusunog nila. That's political function then. It shows the political views of a person. Yan. So yun yung mga yun yung mga functions natin sa arts. We have physical, educational, spiritual, political, nasabi ko na pala yung political, educational, okay, and others. Okay? So let us identify now the function of arts. Okay? So magpapakita ako ng iba't ibang mga works of arts dito at you are going to identify by typing on the comment box natin. Okay? Is that good? Let us have first the Christ by Bertel Thorvaldsen. It is a sculpture. Ayan. So this sculpture was made by Bertel Thorvaldsen. This is part of the statues for Christ and the 12 apostles in 1812 to 27 niya ginawa. Okay? Series yan ng mga gawa ni Bertel Thorvaldsen. Okay? So, what is your answer? Pakitype po sa ating comment box. Is it educational, social, or spiritual? Go ahead. Pakitype po ang ating sagot. Ang function po ba niyan ay for education, for social awareness, or for spiritual belief? Let's type your answer on the chat box. Ayan. So, hello din kay Carl Matthew Muena. Thank you very much. So, ang sagot ni Miss Enaida Sabater ay spiritual. Carl Muena ay spiritual. Rufa, spiritual function. And Angelica Kabangangan ay spiritual din. Joyce Galura, spiritual. And the correct answer is, yes, you're correct. It's spiritual. Next. We have the Wrath of Medusa by Theodore Jericho. This Wrath of Medusa is actually a depiction of the survivors of shipwreck, adrift and starving on a raft. Dito actually, alam nyo ba, nagkaroon ng cannibalism. Okay? Naghilaan sila para lang makasakay sa raft or sa balsa. Is it physical, social, or spiritual? Is Wrath of Medusa function physical, social, or spiritual? Type your answer. Okay, is it physical, social, spiritual? Naghihilaan sila. 'Di ba? Parang sa panahon natin ngayon, if we are going to there are people who are pulling down each other, 'di ba? Which is a negative attitude. Okay? It has something to do with the social. Yan, tama. Okay? Correct. Miss Sinaida Sabater. The 3rd of May, kung mapapansin niyo dyan, meron tayo uniform men tinutukan ng baril. Yung mga common people. Ayan. Is it educational, personal, or political? Okay? Yes, correct. It's political. Okay? Next. Insane woman. Actually, merong fascination si Tudor Jericho doon sa mga i-uplift yung o bigyang pansin yung mga tao na disregarded in our society. Okay? Kaya siya gumawa nitong insane woman. Is it personal, physical, or social? Yan. So, dahil ito ay personal na feelings towards doon sa nakikita sa society na hindi maganda, in-express niya po iyan. Okay? May fascination siya. That's personal. And lastly, the La Madeleine Paris, kung mapapansin niyo, andun yung pagbabalik natin sa ating Parthenon na styles, ng architecture. Is it educational, physical, or social? La Madeleine is actually a church. Okay, very good. It's physical kasi nakita natin yung purpose niya, which is a church. Okay, so let us have a summary. In art appreciation, mood is the state of mind and feelings that the work of art generates. Functions of art are motivated and non-motivated function of art. The functions of arts are physical, social, personal, spiritual, educational, and political. And always remember that let us put our hearts in arts because it is part of our lives. So, muli po, nagpapasalamat po on behalf of MAPEH 9 tutors ang ating Sir Nolet, Ma'am Nolet, Sir Tony, Sir Aldrich at ako po. Subaybayan niyo po uli kami next week. Maraming salamat po at magandang umaga.
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETUlay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETUlay free online tutorial session sa Filipino. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETUlay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!